okay, the client's pushing back. The first thing is what can you do to bring the conversation back to value? It's very easy for a client to push back because they have benchmarks that suggest your hourly rates are too high, or the time it's taking your agency to deliver is more than the agency next door, which may or may not be true, but that's the tactic they'll use in response. Whereas, again, if you start to explore the value of what it is you're doing for the client at any given time and ask the right questions, you can get a better feeling for what's important to them. That might then lead to more guidance around what their budgets are. Again, we talked briefly about options earlier, but put three up. If the client's really pushing back, put three options on the table, because what you do then, you immediately start to get value on the table. The three options will be at three different price points with three different sets of, whether it's deliverables, there are hopefully not, but labor type plans, or ideally something that's more outcome related. But whatever way you do it, you're establishing a range of values and the fact that there are different outcomes or sets of deliverables against each of those price points. And then you can start to explore priorities, perhaps what really are the budget constraints. And then you just get the conversation back to more of an even playing field, which will help move the conversation forward as opposed to a client just telling you you're too expensive. And if I may, and people have perhaps heard me talk before, that apologies if this sounds like I'm repeating, but I think it's really important. There is no question now that procurement play a bigger role within their organisation. They have a seat at the top table, they have a bigger voice, and with certain companies and certain brands, and I don't think it's right that I suggest which ones, but there's no question procurement have sometimes a deciding decision, but a much bigger decision in the outcome of a pitch. I'm talking about new business here. But I still believe in the majority of pitches, if you're having detailed conversations with clients, this is around strategic assignments rather more tactical, then the client organisation has already decided, let's do it two ways. They've either already decided that you're the agency that they want to work with, and procurement have been charged with going to get the best possible price because they want that agency. If that's the case, then why on earth would you discount? Okay. Or I think less likely, but they see some value in negotiating with you. You haven't won, but they see some value in negotiating with you because they can then use that as leverage against the agency that they have decided to work with. In either of those two scenarios, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to reduce your price. And when I say reduce your price, I mean discount. Absolutely, there's a dance to be done with procurement, but we need to reframe. I think one of the you said about takeaways. Let's remove the word discounting and talk about trading. Trading. That's what negotiating is. So if you're going to have to move from one price to a lower price, what is it you're securing in return? Is it less a lower level of outcome? Is it less work? Is it in exchange for a longer term contract or some protection against inflation? Whatever it might be, but you should be trading at every point rather than just discounting.